Good morning, children. Well wishes to everyone. Let us start second chapter. See, we all know that we all are living things. There are animals, plants, and small insects. Everything is living organism. You know the condition of living organism. They reproduce, they grow. See, beside this, microorganisms are also called living organisms. What are microorganisms? Microorganisms are living organisms which we cannot see with our naked eyes. Only we can see this microorganism through microscope. That is electronic microscope. We can see this structure of microorganism. We cannot see with our naked eye. Only with a microscope we can see. These microorganisms are called microbes. These microorganisms are also called microbes. Now we will study what are microbes. There are four major groups of microbes. There are four major groups of microbes. The first one is bacteria. The second one is fungi. Third one is algae. Fourth one is protozoa. There are four groups of microorganisms. All the microorganisms are grouped into four. The first group is bacteria. Second group is fungi. Third group is algae. Fourth group is protozoa. These all microorganisms are together totally divided into four groups. This bacteria, it is a plural form of bacterium. Fungi is a plural form of fungus. It can be called fungus also. It is a plural form of fungus. And algae, protozoan. Its plural form is protozoa. And I will give you examples. Bacteria, rod-shaped bacteria. There are certain examples of bacteria. Rod-shaped bacteria, spiral-shaped bacteria. And a fungi example you can say bread mold. These are the examples of microorganisms. These are the example of bacteria. These are the example of fungi. Fungi or fungus. Bread mold, penicillium, and algae, blue-green algae like that, protozoa. Algae you can say, what is that? Okay, protozoa is amoeba. And paramecium. These are the example of protozoa. And algae is example Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra. Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra. These are the examples of these organisms. These are division of microorganism. These are examples of this bacteria, fungi, and algae, protozoa. You have to study. It is given on page number 18. So you have to study these examples with the diagram. Next we comes virus. This virus is not considered as a microorganism, not grouped as a microorganism. Why? It cannot reproduce itself. It cannot give their young ones by its own. when it leave on host, that is our cell, this is our cell, when this virus enter into our cell, then they become active, this virus become active and they reproduce, they multiply. So virus is not considered as a living organism. We don't bring this under the groups. It is not considered as a living organism because it cannot reproduce on its own. When it go into the host cell, that is our cell or animal cell, it will become active and they replicate and they reproduce, they multiply with the help of DNA. It cannot reproduce by its own. So it is not considered as a living organism. So we don't bring this under these groups. Okay, since it cannot reproduce by its own. Next, you can say what virus? Now COVID-19, corona, this virus is, it is an example of virus. And HIV, it is an example of another kind of virus. What is HIV? Human immunodeficiency syndrome. Human immunodeficiency virus syndrome. This is a full form of HIV, human immune deficiency virus. This is an abbreviation of HIV. These are the example of virus. You know COVID-19, which is now famous. Next, disease. We will come across diseases. What are the diseases caused by virus? See, this bacteria. Because of bacteria, you know, TB, tuberculosis, typhoid. These are the disease. These are the disease caused by because of this microorganism. And second, protozoa. Protozoa, it is a microorganism. Malaria is a disease caused by this microorganism. And a virus, you know, many diseases, virus, flu, fever, cough, cold, etc. caused by, you know, polio and AIDS, acute immune deficiency syndrome because of HIV virus. These are the disease caused by virus. And this is, they will ask you bacteria-borne disease and name some protozoa-borne disease, name some viral-borne disease. Fungus, eye infection, so many diseases are there. These are the diseases caused by this microorganism. Next we come, they say, we come to the question, where do microbes live? Where do microbes live? This microorganism or microbes live everywhere in the world. Inside the room, outside the room, inside the body, inside the refrigerator, everywhere it can survive. So, where do the question is, where do the microorganisms live? It can live everywhere. Okay, inside the fridge also. Your freezer, you keep some items. After 1 month you open, it will be spoiled because of microorganism. Next, we will study some of the uses of microbes. Microbes are very friend to us, very useful to us. We will study what are the uses. First uses, they bring the soil rich in humus. They bring fertility to the soil. Bring the soil rich in humus. How? You know, buried plants, animals, they remain on the top layer of the soil. Or human waste, animal waste, these all lie on the surface of the soil. What will happen? After a few days, due to bacteria or microorganism, they decompose and change into fine powder and mixed with the soil. And change into fine substance and mixed with the soil. This is called humus. I taught in last class. And we can say organic waste. What is organic waste? Living waste. That means human waste or plant waste, kitchen waste, peel out of vegetables. These all we throw it on the surface. And what they do? They decompose with the help of microorganism. It is benefited. If it is not decomposed, it will remain on the surface. So foul smell comes. So it decomposes and mixed with the soil. And the soil is rich in humus. So microorganisms are friendly to us. Next, to make second use, to make curd. You know, milk change to curd. How? In milk, one bacteria is there, lactobacillus. Lactobacillus, this kind of bacteria is present in the milk. This bacteria, microorganism, is responsible for changing milk to curd. Curd, you know, dahi. That this bacteria is responsible. And you know, your mother make roti. Before making roti, she make with atta, smash the atta with water. That is dough. She prepare dough. In the vessel she prepare. And keep it for 5 to 10 minutes. Why does she keep this atta? Keep it for 5 minutes because to fermentation to take place. Because she kept it for fermentation process. What is fermentation? When you keep it outside, bacteria multiply. More bacteria form here. You know, everywhere bacteria is present. And because of bacteria or microorganisms, what they do, they reproduce and they liberate carbon dioxide gas. You know, rava idli or dosa, when you make, they keep it outside for some time. Why? To fermentation to take place. What is fermentation? This microorganism liberate carbon dioxide. Microorganisms everywhere it is present. Here also it is present now. Now what they do? They multiply and they produce carbon dioxide. Because of presence of this gas, it becomes fluffy. Bread, cake, this all goes on this process, fermentation process. Understanding what is fermentation? And one more definition I will tell you what is fermentation. So to make, second uses is to make the curd and bread, rava idli, dosa and dough, chapati. These all, which organism is used? Microorganism is used. You know, because they liberate carbon dioxide. And the gas brings a substance fluffy. Fluffy means fluffy. So soft, the product become very soft. Next thing is fermentation. What is fermentation? Who is the first person to discover this fermentation is Louis Pasteur. He is a scientist who discovered this fermentation process. What is fermentation? Is conversion of sugar into alcohol. Drinks, you know, ethanol, alcohol. Conversion of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. Here definition is conversion of sugar to alcohol. I will tell you the process again. Take water. To this you add sugar. After few hours, I mean after one day, you see that after mixing this product, you can feel the smell of ethanol. Ethanol means drinks. People used to drink, no? What is that? Ethanol, alcohol. You can feel the smell. Why? This sugar changed to carbon dioxide plus ethanol. Okay. Okay. You are adding sugar to the water. You keep it for some time. After a few hours, you can see the smell. You can feel the smell of the solution. Smell of alcohol. That means people used to drink ethanol. What is the chemical name? Ethanol. Otherwise, alcohol we say, drinks. So this is a process. I will write the process again. So who discovered the fermentation process? Louis Pasteur. I will tell you during fermentation process, this is drinks. What is drinks? You know, alcohol. In chemical name, ethanol plus carbon dioxide gas form. That is what after few minutes you observe over the surface of the sugar solution, bubbles you can see. Bubbles formation because of formation of carbon dioxide gas. Getting? This is the way they prepare homemade alcohol. This is a homemade alcohol and this process is fermentation process. Next we go through next uses of microorganism. Medicinal use. It is used as a medicine. It is used as a medicine. What medicine is? Antibiotic. There are certain antibiotics. They are streptomycin, erythromycin, tetracycline. These are the antibiotic medicine. These are the drugs which are given to the people to protect the body from entering the microorganism. They don't allow the microorganism to enter. These antibiotics are given to the people to kill the microorganism. So these medicines are taken from other microorganisms. These are taken from bacteria. These medicines are prepared from bacteria. Understand? And another example, you know, penicillin. This is another antibiotic. This is another antibiotic. This is another antibiotic. These are made from bacteria. This is made from fungi. Which fungi do you know? Penicillium. Penicillium fungi. This microorganism. Penicillium. From the penicillium, penicillin is made. From the penicillium microorganism, penicillin is made. Who discovered this penicillin? Alexander Fleming. Who discovered this penicillin? Alexander Fleming. This penicillin medicine, antibiotic, is made from microorganism, that is penicillium. It is used to kill bacteria. It is used to kill bacteria present in our body. If any foreign substance, bacteria enter inside, if you are taken this medicine, it kills those bacteria. Who discovered this penicillin? Alexander Fleming. Understood? So microorganisms are very friendly to us. It is used in many ways. Next use is antibodies. It is antibiotic and antibodies. What is the difference is, it is man-made substance. It is natural. When any foreign substance, that is microorganism, enter in our body produce protein. Our body produce protein. That is called antibodies. Why they produce? They know, our body know that some foreign substance, some microorganism enter in our body. So immediately our body start producing protein, that is antibodies, to kill the entering microorganism. This is man-made substance. It is made from other microorganism to kill other microorganism. We studied just now. Penicillin, streptomycin, erythromycin, these are the example of antibiotic. It is man-made drugs, substance. It is natural. These are the difference, but uses both are same. It is both are used in the same manner to kill the microorganism. And next one is vaccine. You know, you are vaccinated. Last year you were vaccinated for measles, some virus, isn't it? Why we are vaccinated? To protect our body from entering the microorganism. It brings immunity power in our body. So we are vaccinated. And a smallpox. For smallpox, who is vaccinated means Jenner, Edward Jenner. He has discovered the first vaccination for smallpox disease. He is a scientist who discovered the first vaccination for smallpox, Edward Jenner. Understood? Vaccination function, you know, it gives immunity power. It protect our body from entering the microorganism. Next one is antibiotic. I told you it is a man-made substance, drug, medicine. In order to take this medicine, there are some precautions. What are the precautions you have to take? You got to consult the doctor. First you have to consult the doctor. After consulting the doctor, you got to take the dose of this antibiotic. Otherwise it causes death. Second, and regular time. As prescribed by the doctor, you got to take the medicine. You should not take overdose. No overdose. Okay. As prescribed by the doctor, you have to take the dose and don't take the overdose. More drops you don't take. More medicine if you take, that's all. It is also dangerous to our life. Understand, children? And in next video I continue the remaining portion.